Good morning. Welcome to quarter three. So exciting. For my seniors, holy cow, you're almost there. And for my juniors, holy cow, you're almost there too. Craziness. Anyway, again, we have two more topics on trig, and we're going to do the law of sines and law of cosines. You have the law of sines and cosines on your formula sheet, so you do not have to memorize these. All right, so law of sines. Because we don't have right triangles only in our world, the law of sines exist for the triangles called oblique triangles. Those are the non-right triangles. So since your world has just been shaken up, we'll have to learn how to solve for these non-right triangles. All right, so I'm going to take it back. Before I give you the equation, I just want you to go back and talk about some geometry. We had theorems and postulates to talk about triangles being congruent. All right. So I'm going to start us off. These are our yeses and these are our no. Two that didn't work and then the rest that did. So let's see if this rocks your memory. Side, side, side. Side, angle, side. Angle, side, angle. And the last one was angle, angle, side. Which then gives us the two that do not work was angle, 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 and side, side, angle. And yes, I would appreciate it if you write it as side, side, angle, because yes, I know what it spells the other way around, and we're in school and we can't swear, so let's keep it clean, people. All right, so I'm going to go quick little jaunt of your memory. This is why our angle, angle, angle did not work. If all of these angles are the same, obvious side lengths are not. Right? And now the side angle, a little different. And we'll get into that when we talk about that one more specifically. All right, so the law of sines, again, there's two of them, deals with angle, angle, side, angle, side, angle, and side, side, angle. All right, it is a proportion. There is your formula. All right, the capital letters are your angles and the little letters are your side lengths. And then obviously it's a proportion. We're only going to be using two of these, whatever two. I don't know, you have a combination, so you can decide. Depends on what's given to you, what you need. All right, so there's your formula. All right, so let's try to get this formula going. I'm going to move this up a little. Hopefully I can get this stuff out of there. There we go. All right, so that didn't work, sorry. Remember what I said. The little a, right, is opposite this, so that is your information given. Angle A is 30, and then little c is 56.2 feet. All right, so I wrote that in black because that is the piece of information that is known. So if you take a look here, there is your pair. The law of sines, you need an angle and a side length that correspond with each other in order to use the law of sines. I have that information, so I'm able to use it. So hopefully you can see now that the first piece of information I'm going to find is my angle C because I have side length C. Okay, so we're going to go through. We're going to do sine of 30 over 32 is equal to inverse of C over 56.2. Okay, and then remember we put that inverse up there because we have to use second sine in order to figure it out. So you're going to have sine, put it like this, cross, right? Sine of 30, oops, sorry, Sine of 30 times 56.2 equals times 32. I'm going to divide both sides by 32. Okay. And for our first one, for angle C, you should get 61.4 degrees. It looks like a foot. Degrees. Okay. Now it says to solve for the whole triangle, right? So we can use that information here. This plus this minus 180 would give me, what do we have? 88.6 degrees. The angles of a triangle add up to 180. All right, so we still need to find little b. So again, do the same thing. Sorry, I don't have much room here. This ridiculous thing. So actually, I'm just going to erase over here. I'm going to keep the sine of 30. I always keep the original one because that's right. That's the information they gave me. I can't get that wrong. All right, so the other piece of this is now what we know. So that is the sine of 88.4 degrees over little b. All right. And again, when you're doing it, 32 times the sine of 88.4. Be careful on your calculators. Make sure that you are closing your parentheses. It's actually going to be all divided by the sine of 30. All right. And for your little b, you should get this 60, and it should be 60 feet. Okay. Nothing crazy on this stuff, promise. Okay, so we have our little word problem here. Use some straight lines. We have a tree leaning 6 degrees off the vertical at a point 30 meters from the tree, where the angle of elevation to the top of the tree is 22.5 degrees. Find the height of the tree. There's my vertical, right? I'm leaning 6 degrees off the vertical. So now let me take the vertical away. All right. And then let's pull this regular triangle back here. Here's my triangle. All right, so the information they gave you 6 degrees off the vertical would give me 96 degrees. The vertical, that would be 90, and then 6, give me 96. The angle of elevation is 22.5 degrees. Again, let me make it big, degrees. All right, so a point 30 meters from the tree. So this here would be your 30 meters. Okay. Now, if I look at this, I say, wait a minute, I don't have a matching piece here, right? So this side length, I need this angle, but you can figure out that angle, okay? Because again, angles of a triangle still add up to 180 no matter what kind of triangle you have. So this angle here was 61.5 degrees. All right, and they're looking for the height of the tree. Well, this guy, the tree is leaning. Here's my tree. So they're looking for this right there. All right, so we're going to use the sine of 61.5 degrees over 30 is equal to the sine of 22.5 degrees over x. All right, and you should get 13.06 meters when you are finished. All right, So that's it for today. I'm not going to give you any problems to do for the weekend. We'll go over them on Monday. I just kind of wanted to make sure you had this part down. And then we have just one more thing of the law of signs, and that's it. Law of signs is pretty simple, straightforward. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I'll see you for the start of quarter 3 on Monday.